Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from section 920 and today we are excited to share our vlog. The purpose of the vlog is to present our detailed studies on the present issue of discrimination in the working sectors. Our study focus on identifying key elements that contribute to discriminatory practices within work environments. Based on our throughout investigation, we identified two primary elements that are closely related to workplace discrimination, which is religion and race. So, let's get started.
Hello there. So today, I'm going to discuss about discrimination towards races in working sector, especially in private companies against Malay graduates and workers is not something new in Malaysia. In fact, it has become an open secret for company owned by Chinese or multinational companies headed by Chinese people who openly only to want hire Chinese people to work with them, as it's usually stated in the job advertisement. In fact, racial discrimination in employment is no longer a secret in Malaysia. It is simply because Malays and Bumiputras don't have qualities that Tan Mahathir once wrote about it. Most Chinese employers prefer to hire their own race because it is much easier to communicate with each other instead of they want to hire Malay or Indians. There is an article about businessman named Boss James. He said that employees tend to hire employers among the same race. This happened because he want to avoid communication problems among the worker. Analysis of the total number of calls for interview as a result of applicants, they found out that total of 42.1% Chinese applicants received calls for interviews. Compared to Malays, only 1.2% applicants were called, even though the similar qualification was set.
The term discrimination generally refers to positive or negative behavior towards a social group and its member, while religious discrimination refers to poor treatment of an employee because of his religious beliefs. Although Malaysia is a Muslim-majority country, discrimination against Muslim workers also occurs. For example, Rafidah Hanim in 2017 in his study found that Muslim workers in Malaysia had to face discrimination such as banning the wearing of hijabs and not being given enough time to pray. This problem is seen as a matter of concern because it can disturb the emotional, physical, psychological, mental and also the unity of the Muslim community in Malaysia. Although the level of religious discrimination is low, there are some aspects that need attention, such as allocating time for obligatory prayers and the permission for male workers to perform Friday prayers. Non-Muslim employers should refer to the guidelines for performing prayers during working hours issued by the Peninsular Malaysia Labour Department 2019 to ensure that Muslim employees can fulfill their responsibilities as a Muslim. The guidelines suggest that employers give employees a break of at least 20 minutes for obligatory prayers and 1 hour 30 minutes for Friday prayers. In addition, the employer should also not use religious factors as an indicator for the determination of employment and the determination of wages and allowance. On the other hand, each employee or prospective employee should be evaluated objectively and with merit, that is, by looking at their skills, knowledge and also experience.
To sum up, if these problems keep happening, there are certain negative consequences for the individual's job satisfaction and career advancement. But we also discovered some evidence indicating that not all businesses encounter this issue whether in seeking employees or not. For instance, relating to a journal article that we refer about discrimination against religion, it has been mentioned that the research was done based on false shopping complexes only. It means that this discrimination is not occurring by others' employers. We can see from this example that Chinese employers still hire and care for their employee.
Saya lebih fokus kepada Melayu sejak beberapa tahun. Nah, itu sebablah daripada mungkin 30-40% staf Melayu sehinggalah 70%. Dan even management level sekarang. Yang saya boleh namakan contohnya Zulaika and Amy.
Terus sebut nama.
Ini kerja kesayangan saya.
Oh.
Macam tu. Lepas tu.
Hence, people should not assume that other employers will treat their employees of different races with no fairness. In addition, Senior Fellow of the United Malays Economic Action Council (MTEM), Ahmad Yazin Osman, has mentioned that employees, whether Malaysian, Indian, Chinese, can propose their rights by exposing the companies that are still discriminating against them regardless of which race their employers are.
Kiranya syarikat mengamalkan dasar pengambilan pekerja yang adil, pemberian gaji yang adil. Sepatutnya dia diberi satu penghormatan, insentif dan sebagainya. Dan sekiranya syarikat-syarikat itu tidak mengamalkan sedemikian, point them out. Shame them. Bawa masuk khabar. Syarikat ini menjual barangan halal tetapi mengamalkan diskriminasi pekerjaan berdasarkan kaum. Oh, dia tengok orang beli tak beli barang dia lepas tu.